Down to business.
When he drinks, he thinks.
That's the nectar of the gods, baby.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the #1 liquid-fueled, liquid-lubricated show on the interwebs. This is the Whiskey Musings Broadcast. And yes, this is actually the Whiskey Musings Broadcast. In case anybody missed it, I was able to rebroadcast the radio show, the WOKV stream, and I hosted a listening party today for 3 hours of the Mark K Show. And I definitely appreciate Mark and Hannah and Jay, too, allowing me to go ahead and do that, mostly Mark. But Hannah did ask, and so that was great. I had a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys had a lot of fun with it, too, those of you that watched. And I tried to fill in as much as I could. I made a couple of errors, not paying attention to when the commercials came on and stuff like that, but it all worked out. Everything worked out. So, because of that, I'm sure I've got some new listeners and watchers this evening. So I appreciate you coming over and giving us a try, or giving me a try. Thank you. This is great. I appreciate all of you. And of course, this is Thanksgiving. This is my What Are You Thankful For episode, where I am going to open up the phone line, my phone line, in just a few minutes. I do have to tell you, I only have 3 incoming lines available. So if you guys flood my phone, and you end up getting a busy signal, do me a favor, just hang on, call back once I get rid of, get past a certain call. The phone line will open up again. And I am also going to tell you this. If you guys don't call in and leave me hanging, this is going to be an incredibly short show. Okay. Because this is all I really have planned outside of just a few little talking points here in the beginning. This is really all I have planned. So I am depending upon you, my Whiskey Warrior watchers, to come on in and give me a phone call, and let's talk. I mean, don't be embarrassed. I'm a nice guy. And hopefully it's been a while since I've kicked this off. So I'm 100% hoping that it'll work. If we end up with a technical glitch, I'll work on that. And ideally we'll get it back up in. And I do appreciate everyone for coming in. This is the normal broadcast on Wednesday. And so, Wednesday nights. And so this is awesome. I also stream Saturday nights for those that aren't as in the know as some of my other ones. I have picked up 300 followers on Facebook was hit today. Thank you ever so much for that. I also picked up several more over on Rumble. If you are watching on Facebook, YouTube, etc., do me a favor, head on over to Rumble, create an account. It's free. Once you're there and you've got that account, go ahead and find the Whiskey Musings Broadcast and go ahead and subscribe. I am the only Whiskey Musings in there. You might see 2 different accounts. One of them is my actual account. The other one is the Whiskey Musings Broadcast channel. You can sign up for both if you want, but the one that you really want is the channel broadcast. So you can see when I come out and when I go. And Bonnie, I'm getting to the number. Trust me. I will show you the number, Bonnie. Just give me a minute. Bonnie's over on Rumble. She's asking what's the number already. But let me go ahead. I do also, Buddy over on Rumble has mentioned that pet picks. So for those of you that are brand new here, just kind of checking this out, every Wednesday I try to do a showcase of a pet that is submitted to me through my fan email at fans@whiskeymusings.online. It's called Pet of the Week. And I do have a pet for this week. I have a couple of kitties that was put in and submitted by one of my Whiskey Warrior Rumble fans. And so that will come a little bit later in the program. I will go ahead and show that off. But first, I have to tell you, here we are. We're coming up to a weekend, and most of all of your regular shows are in some kind of a loop programming. So what I suggest is that you try something brand new. I am suggesting that you try a new digital radio station. Now, full disclosure, I am a part owner in this venture, but do me a favor and check out True Grit Roots Network. That's TGRN, True Grit Roots Network. And let me tell you a little bit about us. TGRN, True Grit Roots Network, champions independent artists while paying respect to the pioneers who shaped modern roots music, featuring outlaw country, blues, and rock with a unique twist of urban that is carefully selected and purposely put together. We are the radio highway that connects the back roads, highways, and city streets to your favorite dance hall, roadhouse, and juke joint. TGRN provides original, exclusive programming and interviews that are produced and hosted by our own team of DJs, hosts, and personalities. Find us on the web at tgrn.net to download our app in the App Store and from Google Play. Alternatively, you can find us in the Live 365 catalog of internet digital radio stations and through the Live 365 app as well. You can play our station on your Amazon Alexa by saying, play True Grits Network from Live 365. Be sure to use the word from in the command. Play True Grit Roots Network from Live 365. Breaking boundaries for authentic roots radio, True Grit's Roots Network, tgrn.net, Austin, Texas. And I, of course, thank my own business for being a sponsor here. No, I'm just kidding. I thank you for at least giving it a try. Give it a check, take a look. And yeah, we'll go from there. And it looks like there were a couple people. There was somebody in particular that tried to watch and had some computer issues. Tommy Young over on Facebook did. So that was awesome. Hey, check out my background. This is a new one just for tonight. And as you can see, it says there is always, always something to be thankful for. And this is so true. This is so true. To be honest with you, there is nothing in this world that we cannot find something to be thankful for. Sometimes it may not be much, and occasionally it might be, it might not be a really big thing, but there is always something that you can be thankful for. And I'm hoping that you will call in tonight and let me know what that might be. All right, get your pencils and papers ready, because here it is. We're going to start this off. This is the phone number. Call in 360-309-0997. That's 360-309-0997. All right. So while we're waiting on some callers to call in, and by the way, there is an auto attendant, so you will have to put your name and then kind of say, you'll speak your name and then say what else, what you're calling about. That's fine. It is an automated process, and no, it is not my wife, although I do use a female voice because, frankly, I think female voices are better than male voices in those situations. But anyway, so what am I thankful for? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. I am thankful for all of you. I am thankful for all of my subscribers and listeners and everybody else that is here watching this program. I am thankful for, of course, my parents. I'm thankful for the country that we live in. I'm thankful for the Lord God above. I am thankful for a lot of things, so many things. It is just absolutely amazing in terms of how much that I am thankful for. But realistically, we all have to be thankful in the fact that we are living in the greatest country in the world, known in the world. And so even through all of our faults, even through all of the things that we have to go through, especially with Joe Biden at the helm, I have to admit that we are still in the greatest country ever that has graced the wonderful planet that we know and call Earth. Okay. So I have a first caller. Let me see if I can get this to actually go. Uh-oh. See, already we're having a problem. It's because I did not hit save. Let's see if this. Oh, no, shoot. Give me just a second. Let me find here. Where in the heck and why is this? So watch this. This is at its best, folks. Oh, too much. Yeah, okay. All right. So here we go. Let me go ahead and see. So Tony, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Tony? Hang on just a second. Let me make sure here. See, I told you this. I haven't had this set up in a while. Let me see. Maybe I've got you muted accidentally. Let me see. Tony. Tony, you there? Tony. Tony, you there? Up, I hear myself. Tony. I hear something. Tony. Tony, can you hear me? Well, it came in as Tony Patrick.
Did it do Tony versus Bonnie?
See, I told you it's that automatic thing. Sometimes it gets it wrong. I apologize for that. Hello, Bonnie. Welcome to the program. Thankfully, I've actually got this working. Hi, how are you? Let me go ahead and get that changed. I got to change your name here real quick. But go ahead. Why don't you tell me what you are thankful for this year?
I love my husband. I love my husband. I love my husband.
Oh, yes, you do. Well, I would certainly hope that you do. Oh, actually, you know what? You do love your husband, and I'll tell you why, because I forgot to do this. I got so excited about the phone. Here's what I'm drinking is the Four Roses single barrel Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, which, of course, your husband, Fat Paws, gave me the suggestion. So there you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So what else are you thankful for other than Kamala Harris's I love my husband?
I love my husband, and I love my best friend, Cheryl. How's that?
Oh, that'll work. That'll work. So that's really good. Do you get a chance to hang with Cheryl often?
Oh, yeah, we get to hang with her often. But Fat Paws wants to know why you're not drinking what is it? Why are you not drinking wild turkey?
That's a good question. The main question the main issue here though is I don't have any. So, yeah, I would say that's probably the biggest reason.
Well, I just had to do that. So sorry. I thought it was funny.
Oh,
today.
It was hilarious. And considering the fact that it actually made it onto the Thanksgiving countdown today, that was actually on Mark K show. That was actually pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, we both love you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You have a good Thanksgiving.
You too. Hey, are you having family over or not?
We're having my friend Cheryl over.
Oh,
She's
okay.
Family.
Cheryl's family. All right. I love it. All right. Well,
So,
you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy. And thank you again for watching and watching the program and being such a faithful follower.
Yes, sir. We love you.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Bye now.
Bye.
All right. So there. See? Hey, I got it to work. Okay. So anyone well, yeah, I got it to work, except for I just noticed the visualizer that I usually use is, let's see, what is this? Yeah. Okay. Did that not go? All right. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. So unless, of course, that came in on something different. Hang on. All right. So all 3 phone lines are available right now. So if you'd like to call in, that would be great. Let me make sure. Let me see where we're at here. Which one? Okay. So it is on. All right. Let's switch that over to there. Should take care of that. All right. Fast, quick, and easy. Oh, I got to take the name off because Bonnie is no longer on the phone. All right. So what else? What kinds of things are you thankful for? Because honestly, like I said, it can be anything. I mean, being thankful for things, even when things are kind of down, you can actually bring your spirits up by thinking about all the things that you're thankful for. I mean, here we are, we're in the United States. We have, yes, we have a bunch of inflation, but we are still one of the more prosperous countries that are out here. And, that is enough to be, that is seriously enough to be, thankful that we are here in the country. And even though we have our freedoms being attacked right now by the left, we still live in a free country to where I can do stuff like this, stream out to put my name on the air and everything else. And so, yeah, why don't you give me a call, 360-309-0997. And thank you, Bonnie, for breaking the ice and being my crash test dummy on the first round to make sure I got everything running properly, or at least somewhat running properly. This is absolutely fantastic. And again, this is the 4 Roses. So thank you, Fat Paws, for making that suggestion. Hope you got your turkeys in. Hope you got your turkeys in to at least in the brining stage. Now, last Saturday, my last episode, a friend of mine and I went through and did a whole bunch of recipes and stuff. So you can go and check that out. And I put in a download link to a zip file, and in it is also the recipe for Barbie's buns. Now, Barbie's buns recipe is kind of separated between 3 different parts. So I put it in its own folder in the zip file. So yeah, so let's, okay. So let's take another call here. All right. Unfortunately, caller, the auto screening didn't pop in with your name. So why don't you go ahead and tell me what's your name? You there? Oh goodness. Really? It's going to be one of those things.
Hello?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Sorry. The auto screener didn't get your name. Unfortunately.
This is Dawn.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Dawn.
Dawn. Hi, Dawn. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you for calling in. So what are you thankful for on this Thanksgiving holiday?
I am thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my country. And I'm thankful that I didn't have to use my gun today.
Oh, well, that doesn't...
And I'm thankful for you.
Wait. Back up. Hold up. Back up for just a second. You had an opportunity where you might have had to use your weapon?
Unfortunately, women alone are
you know.
Okay, well, all of us, I'm sure, we are all glad that you're safe and that you didn't have to use your weapon. That would not have been a very good thing, especially on Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it sounds like you've got a lot to be thankful for. Are you having people over for Thanksgiving by any chance?
No, they all live in different states.
Oh, okay. So are you maybe going someplace or just hanging?
Just hanging and cooking and eating.
Hey, yeah. Well, I think a lot of us are just going to be hanging and cooking and eating. Speaking about cooking, if anybody wants to check out the raspberry cranberry sauce recipe that Captain Unicorn gave us on my last episode, that thing is to die for. I'm telling you, my wife made it today. It is incredible. It is. She couldn't keep the spoon out. I had to force her to put it away in the fridge. Do you have any dishes like that are your favorites?
My actual favorite is Northern style stuffing.
Okay, you're going to have to fill me in. What's the difference between a Northern style stuffing and a regular stuffing?
Well, the stuffing down here in the South is made with cornbread.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of my thing.
Oh, okay. So you're more of into the standard bread type stuffing.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you actually stuff the turkey with it, or do you put it on the side? Like Mark was saying today, the difference between stuffing and dressing. One goes...
Actually, I
go ahead.
Because I bring plates to people or packages.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. That's cool. We're all gonna go through some withdrawals during the weekend break. But I got to tell you, Monday, man, Mark better come back with a vengeance. Seriously, on Monday. All right. Well, Dawn, thank you very much for calling in. I do appreciate it. It was great talking to you, and you have an absolute wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. Okay.
And you too, and your wife and children.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Bye now. Okay. So we have another caller here. Dun, dun, dun. Let's hope this comes in proper. Hello there, outlaw dogs.
Hi. How are
that
you?
thing, the call screener got it right. How are you?
Oh, did it? Okay, good. Great. I was really excited because we had a short night of practice, so I got to come home and you hadn't started the show yet, and I hopped online and got here on time, so I was pretty happy about that.
All right. Well, thank you for joining. I do appreciate that. So tell me, what are you thankful for?
Well, I got these 3 hairy beasts in my house that are shedding all over the place that I absolutely adore. As you guys all know, that when Mark does Conspiracy Theory Thursday, I dress them up in their tinfoil hats, and we listen to Conspiracy Theory Thursday together. And I just adore my dogs, and if they just give you that unconditional love, and it's just, pets are great.
Yeah.
So we really enjoy when you do Pet of the Week.
Oh, well, thank you. I think it was an awesome addition to the program, a little segment that was, I don't know, to be honest with you, where it was suggested, but I just sort of started it. I guess somebody suggested it somewhere. But yeah, this is great. I do appreciate that. And of course, we all love Bonnie, Clyde, and Billy, their kid.
Yes, thank you.
I've used the photo. I've used the photo before on Conspiracy Theory Thursday to push the Marquet show. So thank you for
yes, I appreciate that, because I'm getting more and more people to my Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
So I've been having to be taking more pictures of the dogs.
Oh, perfect.
And for Halloween this year, if you guys, I don't know if everybody saw it, but I had them dress up as the Mark K show.
Oh, that's right.
So,
You did. You did. And
Yep.
I remember that I was
Cool.
supposed to show that. I was supposed to show that on the program for when Mark came and did the interview, but unfortunately I didn't get around to it. Too excited.
You were excited. I understood. They got it.
Yeah, way too excited for that. Way too excited for that. But anyway, so now you have, if I recall correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, you have a son that's in the Marines. Is that correct?
Yes, he's a veteran now. He was in the Marine Corps.
Oh, okay.
For 4 years.
Okay. And
he's home now, and actually he was here today, and he'll be back tomorrow to eat the pie that I was making.
Okay, did you bake too?
Oh yes, well, actually, I'm not done yet. I did a pumpkin,
okay,
and I did an apple crumb. And after I get off after your show goes off, I am going to be drinking beer with and squeezing lemons. I'm making lemon meringue.
Ooh, okay. Now I'm really not much into lemon meringue. I personally like the classics, the pecan and the pumpkin pies. I actually like sweet potato pie too. Those are my 3 top favorites, but that's okay. Lemon meringue. Hey, you know what? Whatever floats your boat as far as that goes.
Well, I figured it was different, because I also like to bake. I don't know if you've seen any of the Outlaw Dogs birthday cakes, but I do bake as well. So pies aren't really my thing. I'm more of a cake decorator.
Right.
But it's Thanksgiving, so I figured, what the heck? I'll give it a go. Either my family will eat it or the dogs will have a treat, one or the other.
All right. Well, that sounds absolutely wonderful. So yeah, enjoy the holiday and the best to you and yours for Thanksgiving.
Thank you, and to you and yours too.
Oh,
and
you.
Also, shout out. You did a great job today streaming the show. I'm really happy that you did that. It made our day that we got to spend the day before Thanksgiving with all of our Rumble friends, who I am also thankful for, because now I know a bunch of new people that, we all think the same, and it's nice not to be on that island alone.
Yeah, well, I mean, some places in the country, like where I'm at in Washington, it is refreshing to run across people that are of a like mind. And so that's part of the reason why I think the Mark K show kind of drew me with it. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. It just, today's stream was just kind of thrown together last minute. So I'm really, really happy that Hannah in particular, at least checked with Mark to make sure that it was okay for me to go ahead and do that. And for those that don't know, he did pop into the Rumble chat for a little bit. So that was actually, pretty cool. Gave me a Rumble rant too. I'm extremely happy.
Oh, did he really? That's excellent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I probably missed it while I was peeling apples. So,
well, I mean, you got to get that food and cooking, and for the family, that all gets in the way. I mean,
I know, right?
Yeah, no kidding. All right. Well, you have an absolutely wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving holiday, and we'll probably talk again on Saturday night on my live, and then
excellent.
If we miss that Saturday night one, then obviously I'll see you on the Mark K show on Monday. All right.
Excellent. I will. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thank you. And happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Have a wonderful evening.
Bye.
All right. So all the phone lines are open. 360-309-0997 is the number. If you want to give me a call and tell me, what are you thankful for Thanksgiving? Boy, it's been a little while since I've done this, so I can tell I'm a little rusty. I'm having trouble handling everything here, but that's okay. I'm going to work through it, because that's just the kind of thing that I do on this program. We get it, warts and all, technical difficulties or not. just about everything that's going on. All right. So it looks like we have some people in the chat that I haven't seen before, and I thank you very much for coming on over and enjoying. Now, this is not, just so you know, this is not my usual program. I felt like it should be, a good idea to go ahead and pop open my telephone number. I haven't done that in quite some time. So I thought I'd go ahead and do that for this and try to get everybody here to at least call in and tell me what you're thankful for, because we have a lot to be thankful for. I think we really do, living in the country that we do, even though it's being led by a bunch of Nimrod idiots. I thank that all of you are here. So let me make sure that everything is running. Okay. So, somebody, it looks like Alan over on Facebook is barbecuing steak and baking pumpkin pies right now. Oh my goodness. That is good, actually. Barbecuing steak. So Alan, if you can answer in the chat, how do you like your steak? Do you like it? I like mine kind of medium rare, with some pink in the middle. And I also want to give a shout out to Music Man. Music Man is here, and Music Man watched the Mark K Show interviews. That's awesome. And I thank you. I thank you very much for that. Oh, Alan likes his rare. And Alan is also saying that he's thankful for doing the listening party with Mark K. Like I said, that was like a spur of the moment kind of thing. And so anyway, I'm glad that it actually got, that it came off quite well, I think. We'll see. So, we'll see what happens. So I'm wondering if Mark or Hannah mentioned it on Monday. But anyway, all right. Well, while we're waiting for some other folks to come in on the phone number, that's 360-309-0997. Let me go ahead and move on to, and you know what? I don't have that. Hold on. I don't have that little sound bite. So let's try this. Oh, wrong one. That's weird. I wonder why it did that. Let's try this again. Actually, I'll just do it this way.
Please check your mailbox. A new message has arrived.
And that, of course, lets me know and lets all of you know that we are going to do our Pet of the Week. Pet of the Week this week comes from W. Grow. And I'm sorry, I keep forgetting your numbers at the very end, but comes from W. Grow over on Rumble. And these are two litter mates. So let me pop that up and let me tell you a little bit about these two litter mates. They are called Tigger and Griffin. Now, Griffin is spelled Grfyn, and Tigger is the one on the left in the photo. Apparently, the backstory to these two is that a cat ran into my wife's nephew's house in the winter. Winters in northern Illinois can actually get pretty cold. Come to find out that the cat was pregnant, probably trying to find a nice warm place to give birth. And actually, that's where these two came from. They came from that litter. Both are boys, just like a couple shepherds that W. Grow submitted to the Pet of the Week earlier. And and so both are boys, and they basically were lucky to find their forever family. And Wayne also tells me, love the show, even though I usually can't watch live. So W. Grow probably isn't in the chat, but there you go. That is this week's Pet of the Week. If you would like to submit your pet for Pet of the Week, do me a favor. Send me a photo attachment. It could be, JPEG, PNG, whatever. Send me a photo of your pet, and then, of course, any kind of backstory that you may have, names, breed, anything like that. And I will try and get them on. That email address is fans, FANS, Foxtrot, Alpha, November, Sierra, at whiskeymusings.online. It's .online, not .com or .net, but .online. And yeah, well, I'll get them on. I do have a pet of the week for next week. For those of you that aren't familiar with the program, I also have I also do a question on Saturday, questions for whiskey, and you can send that to the same address, to the fans at whiskeymusings.online, and those questions can be just about anything. And I don't think I have one for this week, although I might. I have to go and take a look because it's been a couple of weeks since I've done the questions for whiskey, just because of the fact that I've had a lot of other wonderful things that have been going on for that. So I have another caller here, and just to make it easy, the phone number is ending in 0597. So let me go ahead and bring this caller on the line. Hopefully you can let me know your name, please.
Hey, Whiskey, it's Colleen.
Hi, Colleen. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to say I am extremely grateful for the Rumble family on Mark K. You guys make me laugh every stinking day. And it's just good to laugh about something in the world when the world's going to hell.
Oh, well, you know what? It's kind of interesting. For those of you who watch this program, I do have another day job that I do during the day. And so thankfully I'm able to listen to Mark K and kind of interact with the chat back and forth at times. But I am definitely thankful for that as well. I'm thankful for you too, because you decided to come on over and become a part of the Whiskey Warrior family as well. Not only being a Catriot, but a Whiskey Warrior too.
You do an awesome job.
Oh,
and my husband and I listened to you interview Mark live, and I had no idea that there was that commercial of him in the bathtub. I've watched that over and over again and laughed my head off. So anyway, just wanted to say thank you. You do an awesome job, and I just love being reminded daily that there's something that you can laugh about.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. And so let me ask you this. Are you getting people together at your house? Or are you going somewhere else? Or are you doing something on your own for this Thanksgiving?
We are not. As you know, I talk a lot about my husband and my family in the Rumble chat.
Right.
And stuff. My husband, we live in Utah. And my husband's we live, the best way to describe it in Utah is where Forrest Gump turns around from running to go home. We can see those buttes from our back porch.
Oh my goodness. Now you're going to make me watch that again.
We live in the middle of nowhere in the Four Corners area in southeastern Utah. And my husband's been working in Iowa. So we've been apart for several months, and I make the trip driving back and forth to Iowa to see him. And I was just getting ready on last Thursday to pack up and head out there to be with him on Thanksgiving, and he was laid off on Friday. So he called me and said, don't come out, project's closing, and I'm coming home. So, which is typical for the line of work he's in. He's an acquisition agent for energy companies, and things usually shut down in the winter and pick back up again in March. So this isn't unusual, but I'm thankful that he made it home safe. And so it's just he and I here for Thanksgiving, and that's okay. We're having ham because I'm allergic to turkey.
Oh my goodness. Are you allergic to the, I think it's called tryptophan?
I don't know. I love turkey.
Okay.
It's delicious, but it makes me look like Emily Rose on The Exorcism. It's not a pretty sight.
Wow. Okay.
So,
well, yeah, we definitely want you to stay safe. So do the ham. Hey,
yeah, we're doing ham. I'm making sweet potatoes right now.
There, just because, and I'm just going to say this, but last Saturday, my last episode, we had a glazed ham recipe in there that we had done a couple of years ago. Have you had an opportunity to check that out, or?
I haven't checked that out, but you were talking about Barbie's buns a few minutes ago. Is that Barbie Hannah's mom?
That is the one and
Okay,
only.
I'm going to have to go check that.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to go check that out.
You know, I pestered. Sometimes the squeaky wheel has to be squeaky in order to get the grease. But I kind of pestered Hannah a little bit to bug her mom about getting the recipe. And they were supposed to do a video of Barbie making the buns. And when Hannah first mentioned that on the Mark K show and said, "Hey, we're going to do a video," I was like, "Oh, cool. I'll take it and I'll broadcast it on my, on my podcast." And she was all for it. Well, time got away from him and everything else. So finally I just said, "Look, if you can't do the video, just do me a favor, send me the recipe." And so that's where I got it. Obviously, thankfully to their grace, they went ahead and sent it to me. But yeah, like I said, if you download that, it's actually in 3 separate parts. One part is the dough, another part is the frosting, and there's another instruction sheet where Barbie actually lays out some of the changes that she makes, especially to the dough recipe, because the dough recipe is actually a bread recipe, believe it or not, and she makes a couple changes to that. Okay. So anyway, so just to keep that in mind, and also keep in mind too, that frickin' recipe makes 20 of these things. So you may want to half it if you're not looking to have 20 cinnamon buns running around, for, days at a time. But I had to do the whole thing. And so I went ahead and did it, and they are good. I'm going to tell you that right now, they are good. My wife and I had them this morning, and they are definitely rich and filling and just, they're really, really good. So check that out.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you for calling in. I hope
on.
you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and with your husband. All right. Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye now. All right. Okay, so that clears the phone lines. I see there are a couple other people who have popped into the chat. They came in late. Hey, do me a favor. If you want to call in, the phone number is 360-309-0997. That's 360-309-0997. And no, I don't have a fancy, what do you call it? I don't have a fancy 1-800 number. This is just more of a direct line. I also don't have a fancy, Mark number either. Although I got to tell you, as far as that number is concerned, I can actually recite that one pretty well myself, just like this one, 360-309-0997. I can also do 855-940-MARK or 855-940-6275, just because I've been listening to the Mark K show and kind of practicing it, because you know what? Mark does a really good job. So, and I'm thankful for him and for his program and what he does every single day. So, okay. Just a little bit of a story while the phone lines are here, just in case somebody else wants to call in. I just want to say that I don't know if anybody caught this, but CBS has actually caught up with Dan Bongino, Mark Levin, and the rest of us who have all been talking about the Hunter Biden laptop story. They had a story break where they actually went through and they got an ex-CIA officer who validated the contents. And, Dan Bongino today talked about it on his podcast. I got to tell you, it's pretty funny. It is pretty funny to see that the mainstream media, at least in the CBS world, is starting to catch up to what everybody else has already been talking about for that. All right, I have another caller here. Let me go ahead and bring them in the mix here. It might take a second for it to catch up, but Music Man, I'm assuming that's who this is.
How you doing, Whiskey?
Hello, how are you?
I can hear. I'm doing all right, sir. I definitely appreciated your rebroadcast or whatever you want to call it of what you did at the Mark K show. I usually do not get to see it live. I usually watch it after I get off work at 5, 6 o'clock.
Right.
And it was awesome, being able to. I mean, even though it wasn't Mark, but it was Mark, but it was you, and. Yeah, I appreciate what you do. Like I said, I typed in the stream that, yes, I went back and I rewatched all 3 of the podcasts that you did with the Mark K show people, and it was awesome. I enjoyed it very much.
Well, thank you. I've been kind of practicing a little bit on my interview skills, and I did at one point have in fact, I think it may still be live, had a survey out, and a lot of people responded, not everybody, but a lot of people responded that one of the things that they want to see on this broadcast and on this program is a few more interviews with some interesting people. So I've already got some ideas, and I'm hoping to line some of those up here in the coming days. Probably not until after the first of the year, because, obviously this is holiday time. So I've got a lot of things already planned out, but I'm looking forward to bringing in some more interviews, and maybe, just maybe, I might be able to convince either Mark or Hannah or Jay to come back on the program and have an actual conversation between the two of us. So looking forward to, other than just me interviewing them, but just having them come in and maybe talk about something other than just the kind of the stuff that we talked about. But I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. You should check out some of my other videos too. Get a really good feel for what I do here.
Yeah, I did have one quick question for you, if you don't mind.
No, not a problem. Go right ahead.
Well, I mean, you've mentioned in the videos, or excuse me, the interviews, that you're actually in IT, and I know you don't like to mix your podcast with your real business, but I just wanted to mention that I am also in IT. I own a small computer repair shop. Not trying to do a plug here, not going to give you the name, but I was wondering, do you ever do anything as far as on your podcast? Do you talk anything about IT?
To be honest, I don't. And the reason being is because of, even though I could, okay, so let me just say that I could do that just because of the fact that the idea of this podcast is, essentially wherever the whiskey takes me. So I could. However, that being said, I have done a single video that's out on YouTube. You could probably find it, where I was working at my old company and I put together a conversation. I'm mostly in wireless. So that's mostly where I do my work, but I've been doing IT related stuff for, well over 30 years. So I started way back before Y2K hit, just to give you an idea. But no, I don't necessarily do that. Although if you have a suggestion or something that you may want to suggest as far as a topic, I would certainly entertain it.
Okay, not a problem. Well, I appreciate what you do. Like I said, I've only checked out the 3 videos plus the one that you did today, but I'm definitely going to be going back and checking out some more of your content. And dude, you seem like an awesome guy, and well,
thank you.
Looking forward to getting into more of it.
Yeah, most of what I've done recently, within the last year, has been on the politics and current events scale. But if you go back,
trust me, I understand.
Yeah, if you go back farther, you can find some of my first videos where I was trying stuff out and trying to get stuff going. And you can go. You can go and check all that out. And those ones are a little bit of a struggle, but that's where I started. I'm not going to take them down just because I might be a little embarrassed by them or whatever. But that's, because obviously you have to see the progression from point A to point B. But I thank you very much for coming over here and giving me a try. I do appreciate that. Hopefully you'll find something that you like and stick around.
No worries, Whiskey. Trust me, I'm going to be around.
All right.
I'm not going to say it'll be every show, but I will be there.
Oh, that's fine.
You
That's
have
fine.
a happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, you too. You have an absolute wonderful Thanksgiving and enjoy the weekend.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right, good night.
Bye.
All right. Okay. This next caller, I've got a bunch of stuff in here. You know, this auto screener is doing an okay job, but I won't say it's perfect. So, let me go ahead. The last phone number or the last numbers here are 0598. So let me go ahead and bring this person in. Hello, caller. Can you tell me your name so I can put it on the screen if you don't mind?
Hi, Whiskey. It's Coco Dominky.
Oh, Coco. All right. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing quite well, actually, considering everything.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
I am thankful that my blood clot thing has been taken care of.
Oh.
And that I'm healing up well. I'm thankful for my whole family that I get to go see them all tomorrow. So, I'm just thankful for all of that. I'm thankful that Trump is running again. Woo!
I think there's a lot of people who are thankful for that one. But, to go back to your comment, I think a lot of people, don't really fully grasp or understand the impact that having a medical issue or something like that, that you did, the kind of respect and newfound joy in just life itself. Do you find that?
Yes. It's making me live my life a little bit better. I'm trying to make better choices for my life, like eating better and drinking more water. It's very important to drink more water.
Well,
the circulation. So.
Yeah. So toward that end, okay, just because you happen to bring it up, if you look on the screen here, this is my water bottle and I fill it up. It's a 32 ouncer and I fill it up probably a good 2-3 times during the day. And I drink, quite a bit of water. But then of course I have my shows in which I go ahead and drink this. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I need to do that more often.
Yeah. I started doing it and I got to tell you, it's sometimes it's tough, I'll admit. And I don't do it every day. There are days where I miss, but I can definitely tell the difference when I drink it versus when I don't. I mean, when I drink it, I'm running to the bathroom quite often.
I have that problem in the middle of the night.
Well, I have it during the day. So anyway, well, all right. So let me ask you this. Are you having people over for Thanksgiving? You going somewhere or are you just kind of hanging out?
We're going over to my parents' house. They just live in the neighborhood next to our neighborhood. So we all go over there and we bring our dishes. I do deviled eggs and the veggie tray.
Deviled eggs. So tell me, do you use Dijon mustard or regular mustard in those?
I use regular mustard.
Okay.
And I use mayonnaise. So I did a mayonnaise and mustard combo with them.
Okay.
A little bit of seasoning.
So do you put like sprinkle paprika on top?
Yes, I sprinkle paprika on top. I did one year try to do the bacon one. My dad didn't like it. He said there shouldn't be crunch in your egg.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'll have to agree with him because that would indicate there's a shell.
Yeah. It's not good when you get a shell in there either.
Yeah, well, I'm always reminded of the old the Crocodile Dundee 2 movie where he drops the egg on the floor and he picks it up and gives it to the cop and the cop's like picking whatever it was that was in the egg out of his mouth. I always laugh at that. So I got to ask just last really quick question. Have you ever tried like a Cajun seasoning or something like that instead of the paprika?
No, but I could do that.
Well, give it a try
not
someday.
Too spicy, because I can't handle too much spice.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, all you're going to do is all you want to do is just dust the top, but it gives a little bit of a different flavor rather than just the paprika itself. So
yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, just give it a try.
My son wants to say hi.
Oh, okay. And what's your son's name, if you don't mind?
Hello.
Hi.
Camden. Oh. Hi.
Hi there. How are you?
Good.
Are you excited for Thanksgiving?
Yep.
One word answers. Love it.
That's a 10-year-old for you.
Yeah, well, you know, my son's 21, and he and I get on the phone, and sometimes that's all I can get out of him anyway. All right. Well, you have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and I'm sure you're going to dig into all kinds of pies, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grandpa's famous.
Chocolate cake. Yep.
Chocolate cake? You guys have chocolate cake for Thanksgiving? Wow.
My dad loves to make his famous grandma's chocolate cake. Excuse me.
Is it like a regular chocolate or a German chocolate?
It's a regular chocolate, but it's deep chocolate. There's a lot of chocolate going on in there.
Oh, okay. Okay. I get it. All right. All right. Well,
I'll have the recipe today.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Well, you have an absolute wonderful Thanksgiving, and of course, be safe in your travels. I know you're not going far, but be safe anyway. And you have an absolute wonderful weekend and a great Thanksgiving with you and your family. Okay.
Thanks, Whiskey. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Right. I didn't know you were actually coming here to talk to him. That's insane.
All right. Good night. Good night, all. Okay. Boy, that's fun. You know, sometimes it's just amazing how technology actually works and that kind of stuff. But that was great. That was great. All right. I believe Jordan is the next up. Let me get Jordan on the line. Jordan.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm thankful that I actually live in a rich neighborhood for once.
I'm sorry. You actually do what?
I said, I'm thankful for that I live in a nice neighborhood.
Ah, okay.
Where it's nice and quiet.
All right. Well, that makes sense, I guess. So it's, I'm assuming it's going to be is it a gated neighborhood or just a regular neighborhood?
It's a trailer park.
Oh, okay.
And they have really good managers.
Oh, I see. I got it. Okay. That's great. That is wonderful. So are you guys getting together for Thanksgiving? You having family over? Are you going someplace or just kind of hanging and doing your own thing?
We're having a family at my place.
All right.
My mom's place. We're having our family's going to join together.
Oh.
At my mom's place. One of our.
You know what? It is always awesome when you can get together with family. And I'm assuming that you guys are going to have, you know, some decent food there, turkey, dressing, any of that, the regulars or something different?
We're going to have a turkey.
All right. Turkey. Have you got it brining?
No.
Okay. Have you ever done a brine before?
No.
No. Okay. Well, you might want to try it sometime. I actually, my family, you know, I cooked turkey for many years without a brine. And then about 3 or 4 years ago, thanks to, you know, Captain Unicorn telling me you got a brine, I went ahead and brined, and it just makes a total difference in the flavor of the turkey. So you might want to try that maybe next year. It's a little late to do it now, but you might want to try it next year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool. Yeah. You know what? It's always nice to have a nice place to go. And especially if you like your neighborhood and you like, in your case, you like your managers, that's really a good thing. So that is awesome that you have that to be thankful for.
Yeah. Really nice.
All right. Well, you have
and I like to tell you.
I'm sorry.
I would like to tell you that my mom's a huge fan of your show.
Oh.
She watches you every time.
All right. Well, thank you, and thank your mom for watching. That's great. I am pleased to be able to bring entertainment to you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have an absolutely wonderful Thanksgiving and enjoy the weekend.
Yep, you too.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Okay. So phone lines are free. Daybreak. All right, Day. What is a brine? Okay, a brine basically is a water-based or chicken stock-based setup where you soak the turkey. And it can be salt water. There's salt in it, but there's different types of brine. And it's a solution that you have to make. Now, the way that I make mine is I use distilled water, and I'll put in some spices, like some dried spices and stuff that you drop in the brine or in the boiling water, and you basically go through and boil that to get the spices to sort of seep into the water. I put some salt and some pepper in that as well. And then I pair that with a chicken stock, and I put all of that together and I stick the turkey in it. Sorry. And basically let it sit for 24 to 36 hours. And let the meat just kind of soak up that water or that brine. And the fun thing about the brine, though, is that as the turkey is roasting, it will go ahead and drip into the pan, and you can take those drippings and turn that into the gravy. And let me tell you, it is really, really good. I will never not brine a turkey ever again. Just because of the fact that it comes out moist and flavorful. And I know some people don't like that word, but moist and flavorful and that kind of stuff. It is so great. There is a great recipe in the zip file that I sent you. It's all the way back in 2020. It is Captain Unicorn's go-to. There is a brine recipe in there. I didn't care for like using the apple and the allspice, but you can give that a try and go ahead and, give it a shot. I modified it a little bit. I've been kind of playing with it over the course of the last couple of years. And it makes the turkey, again, it makes it come out really, really moist and juicy and flavorful. And it's absolutely wonderful. You got to try it. If you haven't tried it, you got to try it at least once and give it a shot. Of course, Buddy Weiser. Buddy says, I use beer and beer. That's his that's his brine. Oh, and then of course he's like, beer gravy. Well. Oh, that's great. All right. So all three lines are open, 360-309-0997. I'm going to try and kind of, we'll try and cut this off in about 10 minutes. So if you haven't called in, you may want to do so. For the show and the broadcast. I'm actually glad that this is working out as well as it is. So give me a shout if you've a mind to say, basically tell me what you are thankful for. I've got to tell you, in the changeover that we have. Oh, and love my drones says I've always did best frying a turkey. Frying, you've got to be careful. There is some safety things with frying. I haven't tried fried turkey yet. Just like Hannah, I haven't tried it. And honestly, I've heard it's like the bomb. And once you have it, that's the only thing that you're going to, want anymore. But to be honest with you, I haven't tried it yet. And I really, one of these days I'm going to try. I'm going to give it a shot, but I'm just not confident enough to be able to do it myself. I know that actually Captain Unicorn is giving it a try. So maybe once he gets that done, I'll be able to hear what the heck happened. So anyway. Yeah, I know, Alan. What? Try it. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Always outside. You're right. It is. And is the chat still hinky? Not really. At least not on my side, Amy. I'm seeing it's going here. So, and Music Man, of course, says, thankful we got the house back. Start the Biden crime family destruction. You know, it's really interesting on that point. And again, just to kind of digress from Thanksgiving for a second while we wait and see if anybody else wants to call in and tell me what they're thankful for. It's going to be kind of interesting to watch Kevin McCarthy and the other Rhino Republicans kind of handle what's happening in the House, because of the fact that it's just interesting to see the dynamics, because we don't have like an overwhelming majority in the House. So there still has to be a situation where the House Republicans, both the Rhinos and the MAGA, ultra MAGA Republicans, will all have to kind of work together in order to stop the Democrats. Our only hope is that the Rhino Republicans don't side with the Democrats in some cases, that they really, really, really pay attention to what they're doing, and they go after those of us who are, on essentially the right side. Now, again, for those of you that are brand new, I don't subscribe to being a Republican. I am more of a strict constitutionalist. I think there's a lot of things that these people, the Rhinos and the Democrats especially, and even some of the standard like Republicans, they don't pay attention on the Constitution side. But these people, our government has overstepped its bounds in a lot of cases. And unfortunately, it's going to take quite a bit of time to scoot the ship back in the proper direction, for where we need to be as a country, and for following the Constitution and getting in between the guardrails that the Constitution gave us. So yeah. All right. So let's see. Don't have any other phone calls. You know what? I'm also going to tell you too. Let me just give you a little thing. So this is the first year, as far as Thanksgiving is concerned, where we don't have our entire family together, in terms of my immediate family. And the reason being is because my daughter is on a special trip for this Thanksgiving, and my son, of course, has moved out and is living on his own. So he is coming over, but our daughter will be missing Thanksgiving dinner. So it's kind of interesting to have the dynamic where you've been raising children and they are no longer at home. I'm finding it a little odd. I'll be the first to admit, just being in a position where we don't have both of our kids, right immediately available. But at the same time, I understand their growth and their opportunities, and they need to move on and start families of their own or do their own thing. So that is, it's going to be kind of interesting. It's going to be kind of interesting, for that. So if you're in that same kind of situation, definitely be thankful for the fact that, that your kids are moving on and doing what they should be doing in terms of where they're headed. Hopefully they're growing up to be children that you are proud of. Some of the things that they do. I know both of my kids, I'm very proud of both of my children and everything that they are, that they are doing. And that, all the stuff that they do. I mean, I love both my kids, and they are, incredible. They're incredible kids. I couldn't have asked for anything better than that. All right. So we're going to have to watch, what's going to happen here in the coming months. But of course, Let me tell you a little bit about what I have on deck. This Saturday, I'm not exactly sure. I'm probably going to go back to my usual stuff of the current events and politics, anything that pops out. Hopefully something will pop a little bit more within the news. But after that, I know that we have, if you watch the broadcast, my Thanksgiving broadcast, sorry, I'm reaching for my scheduler here. If you watch my broadcast from last Saturday, my friend, Captain Unicorn, and I do get together and do a gift giving episode where we talk about unique gifts that you can get. We said on the show that we were going to do it the 10th, but to be honest, we felt that was not going to be far enough out to allow some people to go ahead and get some of these things. So I am moving the gift giving episode, or the gift special with Captain Unicorn, up to Saturday the 3rd. And so it's going to be Saturday the 3rd. That's what that episode is going to be. And then following right after that will be the Wednesday the 7th stream, which will be on Pearl Harbor, because of course December 7th was a day that will live in infamy for us. And then again, I don't really have anything right now. Hopefully things will be, the way that they are, but I am going to tell you that Saturday the 24th, which will be Christmas Eve, there will be no show on Saturday the 24th because of the fact that obviously I'm going to be spending it with my family. So, again, December 3rd, Saturday, December 3rd will be the gift special with Kirk. And then of course, December 7th, we will talk about Pearl Harbor a little bit, trying to gather that, get that put going. All right. So, thank you all for, Coco, did I mess that up? Did I mess that up, Coco? December 7th is the actual infamous day, or, anyway, maybe I did. Maybe I messed that up. I'm sorry. That was my fault if that's the case. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining. I do appreciate you calling in and listening. I love hearing from my fans, my Whiskey Warriors, and my Catriot friends. And I do love I thank all of you for coming and joining the broadcast, and especially those who have called in. Do me a favor if this is your first time here. Oh, yes, Coco. She has all the January 6th stuff, or crap. Well, crap's okay. I'll say crap. Anyway, thank you all for your well wishes and everything else. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate everything that I do. If you like what I'm doing, then do me a favor, head on over to Rumble, make a username, make up an account, and come on and jump on and follow me and subscribe to the Whiskey Musings broadcast. And we will see you on Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Whiskey Musings broadcast. Good night, everybody.